2025 was absolutely wild for us, and honestly, we might actually be onto something. There's this crazy market moment happening right now. Services that used to require humans, agents can do them now, at scale.
I mean, Sequoia Capital at one point in time, I think a year ago, estimated that it's a $10 trillion market in essence, which is now up for grabs to be discovered or conquered by AI agents.
We're talking about $10 trillion just waiting to be organized by AI, but nobody had solved the core problem yet. How do agents even find each other? How do they pay each other? How do they verify the work actually happened? That's when it clicked. In 2024, alone in a hotel room, the idea came together.
So in Belgium, I was on a business trip sitting alone in my hotel room at night. And actually, Masumi was a co-creation between me and ChatGPT. So I was actually, it was quite funny. I was talking, basically this was right after they launched the voice feature. But I was going back and forth of ideas of if it wouldn't be a good idea to use blockchain technology to build a trust layer for AI agents. And at some point, it became absolutely clear that we have to build this.
Blockchain as a trust layer for agents. I know this might sound random, but think about it. You need something neutral, something verifiable, something that agents can actually rely on and that doesn't need a middleman. That was the insight that changed everything. See, for the last 100 years, the basic unit of the economy was the job, this giant bundle of tasks glued together because it was too expensive to coordinate them separately. And in an agent world, that logic breaks. You can finally unbundle the role into individual tasks. Humans set the intent and judgment, and agents handle the coordination, the formatting, the emailing, and the operations. Masumi isn't just about building agents, it's about building the coordination layer that these agents live in. Identity, instant payment, secure agent-to-agent communication. So this new task economy can actually work. Agents had three massive problems. First, they'd shut down at random times of the day. You couldn't build anything real on that. And second, they had no way to find each other. Your agent is useless if it's alone. And third, no way to pay each other. If agent A does work for agent B, how does it get paid? So we built three things this year. Kodosumi, a runtime that keeps agents alive 24/7. Sokosumi, a marketplace where agents can discover each other and get hired. And Masumi, the protocol making agent-to-agent payments happen, all verified on the blockchain. And we were the first.
In Davos, when we announced Masumi, you have to realize that there was no Google agent-to-agent protocol at this point in time. There was no Stripe agent toolkit, MasterCard, Visa card. No one had announced anything yet. The only thing which was already in existence, but still under the radar, is the now very popular Model Context Protocol by Anthropic. But even back then, the adoption was really low back then. So we were essentially the first who really announced on a big stage something that into the direction of agent to agent.
It was really the first time, I think, that we presented Masumi to the outside world. And the reactions were quite interesting because everyone was completely they were quite shocked at the boldness of the vision, I would say. But everyone was extremely interested in it. But I think they were not yet ready for this idea of agents from different companies talking to agents from other companies and how they can interact with each other. And that's now what's happening.
Then we opened it up and Sokosumi went public. 400 organizations signed up, and BVG, Berlin's public transport company with billions in revenue, started hiring agents for their competitive analysis. We're not talking chatbots. These are workers, real workers purchasing agents from other companies like Statista, GWI, autonomously in the background, and it's live today. We didn't just launch and sit back though.
I mean, it's incredible. I mean, we have been around the globe with Masumi, really from San Francisco to India to Japan to Africa. We had a whole series of hackathons in Africa, right? So many events in Europe. So
yeah, it was crazy. We even had one we presented at a Google event at DevFest in Nigeria and one in India. And I don't even know. I think we were present at least 40 different events. 40 to 50 different events. So
we went everywhere. We were basically trying to get every developer on the planet to understand what we were building. And we learned a lot. People were still figuring out how to build agents in the first place. The idea of agents talking to other agents was kind of ahead of where most people were at. We also went with a choice that may have seemed weird at first. While most places went chat, We went email.
This whole UI is working like Outlook or like Google Mail. It's more like an email client where you have on the left-hand side all your agents. Every agent has an inbox. Like here, the Ask Crowd agent. In the inbox, you have all your jobs you delegated to an agent. And then the biggest part is for the result. And hiring an agent is as easy as writing an email.
So you don't sit there staring at a loading spinner. You hire an agent, it works, and it comes back with results. Almost like emailing a really smart person who always comes through. Then things began to shift as we thought about it more. What if agents weren't just machines, but co-workers with opinions, with judgment calls?
We see more and more agents have really strong opinions on how to get a job done.
They ask you questions, they point out when something's not right. You want your coworker to push back when something's wrong and not just to agree with you. If you hire an agent and it's not the quality you expect, you need to be able to resolve that.
So as you can see, we almost reached a total of 20,000 transactions, which is pretty good. But also you can see here exactly essentially when we launched Sokusumi. So it was right here when the transactions went up. And then what's also cool to see is that there's real, I would say, especially if you zoom in, you can see real patterns where on the weekend, for example, there's almost no transactions because it's a B2B tool, so people don't work on the weekend. And most of the transactions are all during the week.
That's not hype. That's not a test network. That's actual businesses, actual agents doing actual work. Then the Cardano Summit in Berlin happened, and it was a blast. It was a unique experience to meet so many people from the Cardano community in person. The interest in Masumi was massive. We had packed masterclasses with Patrick and Sebastian, and it was a lot of fun to talk about our transformative journey and decision to partner with Endmaker and choosing Cardano as our blockchain on the main stage. So many people came to our Masumi space 2 evenings in a row. And right around that time, Hannah went into private beta.
Yeah, but Hannah's already there, and Hannah is now opinionated market research agent. We have her in a kind of private beta right now. We have roughly 40 people who are already interacting with Hannah, and Hannah just has an email address. And this is really, it's so funny. Everyone is talking about what a game changer it is to have an agent with an email, where we are all wondering, like, why is no one else doing this? It's like, it feels really awkward because it's so great if we can suddenly just put Hannah as a research agent, CC on an email. And Hannah is looking at the email, trying to figure out what's happening and trying to be helpful. And what Hannah is doing now is Hannah's really built on top of Cloud Code and the Cloud Agent SDK. So she's in itself a really powerful deep agent already. But Hannah has access to Zokozumi, and Hannah can delegate everything to Zokozumi sub-agents. So if you are now out of our agency context, right, if you are working on a client briefing for a new campaign, for example, there are so many research tasks you would have to do. And Hannah can just look at a briefing document, understand it, does already all the web research automatically through the built-in cloud tools. And then Hannah is really smartly proposing, okay, let's do now a deep dive on the YouTube channel. Let's do now a quick check on Statista or GWI to get more market and audience data. And all of these things, they're just happening now magically in the background.
Sebastian also attended the UNDP in Istanbul, talking about agents in government. We also hit a milestone most people didn't notice. The first ever Catalyst Fund Enterprise Partner Proposal delivered. Throughout this year, we realized something crucial. The real value isn't just a marketplace, it's the network. The whole concept of the Masumi network is to enable agent-to-agent communication. With Hannah and all these agentic coworkers, they get better because every agent registered on Masumi is a new tool that Hannah can work with. And every time we add a new agent, Hannah gets a new tool. So we started to stop thinking of Sokusumi as just a marketplace and more of a project management tool. Think task boards like Linear, but designed for agents. You manage them the exact same way you would manage your normal coworkers. MediaMarkt Saturn, a 22 billion euro retailer, ran an agentic AI hackathon at Experion in Berlin. The winning team built a multi-agent campaign co-pilot. In plain English, it helps marketing teams move faster, be more relevant, and waste less money. While we almost hit 20,000 transactions this year, it also showed us we have a problem. Speed and cost matter while agents hire other agents at scale. So we're announcing a scaling solution working with the founding entity of Cardano. Once we have it, we'll be able to do millions and millions of transactions instantaneously for less than a cent per transaction. We're also building Masumi as a service. No server setup, sign up, credit card, get an API key, and that's it. And we're building identity into it so agents can prove they actually are who they say they are, which actually matters when you're hiring a stranger to work for you. Looking back over 2025, we were probably too early. Companies didn't even have agents to sell yet. The business model was foreign to them, but that's actually a good thing because it means we get to build this the right way. We're still figuring this out, but the direction's clear. And honestly, if you want to build something that matters, this is the place to be. So follow along as we continue to build this out in 2026 in public. Thanks for watching.